I think that we can never have peace with my family, but there needs to be conversations and then in order for reconciliation.
Royal watchers were left stunned when whispers emerged of a private and highly sensitive meeting between King Charles and Prince Harry, a father and son once inseparable, but now caught in a web of fractured trust, duty, and disappointment. And though the palace has refused to confirm what transpired, sources close to both sides describe a conversation laden with sorrow that has left the monarch profoundly shaken. At the heart of this meeting was not merely the question of reconciliation, but the thorny issue of security. For Harry, still scarred by the memory of paparazzi and the shadow of his mother's tragic death, has insisted that the safety of his wife and children cannot be compromised, and he has waged a legal battle demanding the reinstatement of official protection when he is in the United Kingdom. Reports suggest that during their exchange, Harry pressed his father with a plea that Charles, as sovereign, could authorize the restoration of these privileges with a single word, a gesture that would not only ensure safety, but signal that Harry was still considered part of the royal fold. Yet the king, constrained by precedent and advised by senior courtiers, explained that matters of security are overseen by independent bodies and not decreed by royal whim. This explanation, though factual, is said to have left Harry unconvinced, for in his eyes the refusal felt less like protocol and more like rejection, deepening a wound that years of distance have only inflamed. To those who love the monarchy, the image of a son appealing to his father in such personal terms only to leave unsatisfied is one of unbearable sadness, and it is said that Charles, already burdened by health concerns that demand careful treatment and rest, was left in visible distress after their parting. The Duke of Sussex has made no secret of his belief that his family is at risk without adequate protection, and while some have applauded his steadfastness, others point to the vast wealth he and Meghan have accumulated abroad, and argue that their security should be privately funded, not drawn from public resources. This debate has become a lightning rod for wider questions about the role of non-working royals, about where duty ends and entitlement begins, and about how much the crown owes those who have stepped away from its service. For Harry, however, the matter is not abstract policy, but the immediate and visceral fear that his children might one day face the dangers that once stalked him as a boy. And for Charles, the heartbreak lies in knowing that his son sees the monarchy less as a source of refuge than as a fortress whose gates are barred. As news of this failed meeting spread, the nation was divided between those who sympathize with Harry's position and those who view it as another chapter in a saga of estrangement that has cost the royal family both dignity and unity. And in the middle stands a king who longs for peace within his house, yet finds himself powerless to grant the one thing his son most desperately seeks. What began as a private conversation has thus become a national sorrow, a reminder that behind the grandeur of palaces and the glitter of crowns lies a family grappling with wounds as deep and raw as any other, and that even in the heart of monarchy, reconciliation may prove harder to secure than any crown or title.